Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 47 of Aranya Kanda. In the previous chapters, we saw when Rama and Lakshmana were away from their hut and when Sita was alone, Ravana, in a covered way, he came and met Sita in the guise of a mendicant, and Sita, out of a great respect for a brahmin, she invited him inside and offered him food. While Ravana kept praising her beauty and asking her who she was. And since the person who came is an uninvited guest who is always respected in the Bharata tradition, and being a Brahmana Sanyasi, she answered to him. Thus addressed by Ravana in the guise of a mendicant who had resolved to bear her away, Sita reflected, this person is my guest and a Brahmin. If I do not answer him, he may curse me. And thinking thus, she said, may good betide you. I am the daughter of the high souled Janaka, the king of Mithila. My name is Sita, and I am the beloved consort of Rama. For 12 years I dwelt in the palace of Ikshvaku, where all my desires were gratified, and I enjoyed every comfort. In the 13th year, the king, with the approval of his ministers, decided to enthrone Rama. All being ready for the installation of Raghava, Kaikeyi, one of his mothers in law, requested a boon from her lord. Having gratified my father in law by her services, she extracted two promises from him, the exile of my husband and the installation of her son Bharata, saying, I shall neither eat, drink, nor sleep if Rama is enthroned, and it will prove the end of my life. The Lord of the earth, my father in law, hearing her speak thus, offered her diverse gifts, but Kaikeyi refused them. At that time, my Lord was 25 years, that is, Rama was 25 years old, and I was 18. Being loyal, virtuous, honorable, and devoted to the good of all, my lord Rama, endowed with long arms and large eyes, was renowned throughout the world. Our father, King Dasharatha, blinded by passion, in order to please Kaikeyi, did not install Rama, and when he came before his father in order to receive the crown, Kaikeyi addressed the following bitter words to him: O Ramachandra, hear from me the decree issued by your father. This great kingdom is to be given to Bharata, and you are to dwell in the forest for 14 years. Now go hence and save your father from the sin of perjury. Then the imperturbable Rama replied, so be it, and acted accordingly. My lord of firm vows, accustomed to give and not to receive commands, whoever speak truth without prevarication, hearing these words, acquiesced with and has fulfilled his vow to the uttermost. His brother, the valiant Lakshmana, a lion among men, and the compassion of Rama in combat, the destroyer of his enemies, given to asceticism, bearing his bow, followed Rama into exile with us. Thus, Raghava fixed in his vow. If you observe here, Sita was actually not having any bitter feeling towards Lakshmana. It was only her anxiety towards the state of Rama, towards the safety of Rama, that made her to spew the venom towards Lakshmana, which forced him to go, leaving her alone. Thus Raghava, fixed in his vow, wearing matted locks, accompanied by myself and his younger brother, penetrated into the depths of the forest of Dandaka. We have all three been banished from the kingdom by Kaikeyi and, depending on our own strength, wander about in the forest. Remain here a while, O foremost of the twice born. My lord will soon return with an abundance of roots and fruit and sufficient venison, having slain deer, kine, and boar. But you, O Brahmin, tell me who you are and what is your name, family, and lineage. Why do you range the Dandaka forest alone? Hearing the words of Sita, the consort of Rama, the mighty Titan replied in these harsh words: O Sita, I am that Ravana, the king of the Titans, in fear of whom the world, the gods, Titans, and men tremble. O source of delight, since I beheld you shining like gold, clad in silk, my consorts have ceased to find favor with me. Do yourself become my chief queen for those countless women stolen away from many quarters by me. Without knowing who exactly is the stranger, it is the nature of a woman to believe in even a stranger and go on telling everything about herself. Sita narrated everything about herself, which gave a clear indication that they do not have any backup or support from Ayodhya and they are wandering alone in Dandaka forest. And other than Rama and Lakshmana, there is nobody else to take care of Sita. So it gives a right opportunity for Ravana to act immediately based upon the words of Sita. It is a natural phenomena with a feminine nature to trust in even the strangers whom they do not know anything. And now Sita is coming to know that this is a very crooked person who is expecting her to be his queen and be the chief queen for those countless women stolen from many quarters by Ravana. Probably Ravana might have told the similar words to all those countless women when he was objecting them, and soon after objecting them and enjoying them and turning them into the machines to produce the children, then Ravana would have simply abandoned them in his inner quarters, using them only for his carnal pleasures. Lanka, my capital, set in the mid of the sea, is built on the summit of a hill. There, O Sita, wander with me in the groves and thus forget the forest. O lovely one, if you do become my wife, 5,000 servants adorned with diverse ornaments shall attend on you. There are women who are having a lot of ego, will be satisfied by money, pleasure, by the great pleasures and other fame and other things. Whereas a true woman with a feminine feeling, she always feels for her family, feels for her husband, her children, her own family, and would never be interested in leaving her family and putting her family in trouble. It only the ego filled woman with masculine nature who get cheated by such words as told by Ravana. The blameless daughter of Janaka, being thus addressed by Ravana, was filled with indignation and answered the Titan with contempt, saying, I am dependent on my lord Rama, who is as steadfast as a rock, calm as the ocean, and equal to Mahendra himself. Rama, endowed with every good quality, who resembles the Negrodha tree in stature. I am dependent on that illustrious and noble warrior, whose arms are long, whose chest is broad, whose gait is like a lion's, nay, who resembles that king of beasts, to him the greatest of men. I give my whole allegiance. To Rama, whose countenance resembles the full moon, the son of the king, master of his passions, of immeasurable renown and power, I shall ever remain faithful to him. O jackal, you desire a she lion, but are no more able to possess me than grasp the light of the sun. You wretch who seek to carry off the beloved spouse of Raghava, verily you do imagine the trees that you see before you to be made of gold. It's a reference to the hell. At the entrance of the hell, there are trees that are made out of the gold, as prescribed, as explained in our Puranas. That you are seeking to draw the teeth of a famished and courageous lion, that enemy of the deer, or extract the fangs of a poisonous snake. Do yourself desire to lift up the Mandara mountain with your bare hands, or live at ease after drinking poison? You do seek to rub your eyes with a needle and lick a razor with your tongue. You desire to cross the ocean with a stone around your neck, or grasp the sun and moon. O you who seek to bear away the beloved wife of Rama, you are endeavoring to carry a blazing fire in your robe, or walk on iron spikes. The disparity between you and Rama is as that between the jackal and the lion, a brook and an ocean, the nectar of the gods and sour barley gruel, between gold and iron, sandal and mud, an elephant and a cat, an eagle and a crow, peacock and a duck, a swan and a vulture. Such is the difference between Rama and Ravana, as told by Sita. Even should you steal me, if the cruel archer Rama, whose prowess is equal to the Lord of the thousand eyes, that is Indra, still lives, you will no more be able to devour me than a fly can eat the clarified butter into which it has fallen. Addressing that cruel ranger of the night, thus the guileless Sita shook like a leaf in the wind. Perceiving her distress, Ravana, terrible as death, began to boast his race, his power, his name, and his exploits in order to increase her fear. Thus ended chapter 47 of Aranya Kanda in Ramayana, where Ravana was of the impression that, like many other women whom he could able to abject easily based upon showing his wealth, showing his power and the might, who would have even some of the girls even had ran behind him with their ego satisfaction through the fame and power of Ravana, whereas Sita is a true feminine woman who is always living for her family and for her husband and is in no way interested in other men. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.